Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. Alright, so it is Tuesday afternoon. Just gonna feed the steers quick and then head down to the shop, and I think we're gonna work on the baler for a little while. So where we left the baler the other day is we got the roller in place, and we're at least fastened with the locking plates. That's what these plates are, the ones that fit inside the roller. And then the bearing housing the bearing will ride here, and those two plates, this setup will set up out here. Essentially what these plates are for, they're only 2 bolts. I'm guessing that they're really just there to help assemble. Once you get it in place, you put those 2 screws in, and it sits there, and now you're close enough that you don't have to hold on to it. You don't have to have it like winched up in place like we did, and then mount your bearings and all that good stuff. So I think we'll probably get a good chunk of it done. We'll probably at least get the bearings put on and that stuff, and maybe get to start putting chains back on. So we have actually made some progress. We got the bearings are on, and this sprocket, this safety clutch, which for whatever reason this one did not engage. We don't think that one's actually ever engaged. The one for the head has engaged. And then we got this side bearing on too. We're actually at the point now where we can start putting chains on. It is a little after 5. I think I might have enough time. I might go try my sprayer. I do really want to spray at least a little bit, because it's actually a lot of weight in the back of the 4-wheeler. It definitely sags right now. So, but the ride down the lane is actually kind of nice, because it kind of mixes up all the stuff. I just have the Pasture Pro 2,4D in here. That's really all I want to use, because it is labeled for like 0 restriction. Like I can spray it and let animals out into it. I don't want to do that, but at least it's considered to be that safe. So this will hopefully at least knock down. I don't think it'll actually kill the weed, but as long as it just knocks it down, maybe lets the grass come up a little bit. The bummer is it's going to knock down, maybe kill off a little bit of the clover. So hopefully it doesn't do too much of the clover, but I know the clover will come back. That's for sure. So this is not an exact science. It's not like I even have a foamer or markers or anything like that. So I'm just kind of, I only got a 10-foot boom, so you kind of look at where your tire tracks are and go from there. From what I gathered out of the book, to get the rate that I want, I should be going about 2 miles an hour, which is a little difficult on the 4-wheeler. obviously it's going to take me a good week or so to see how this application actually did. I didn't want to do the whole field. I just wanted to get this weedy spot. That's why towards the end I started to kind of go out to a point and come around. There's zero breeze out here, which was nice because I didn't want to have to worry about playing the wind game, windage and elevation. I think running wise it ran fine. It was nice to see none of the nozzles or anything. The tips were plugged. They all seemed to flow decent. On and off seemed to flow decent, work decent. So that worked probably way better than I thought it would. And not because I didn't think it could physically do it, or the whole point of the sprayer is to do what it did. The fact that it was 15 years old and you pull it out and none of the hoses leak. It took a little bit to get the pump going, but other than that, it worked pretty darn good. The wand was awesome, so we'll definitely be using that some more. But yeah, we're gonna call it the end of the day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hey, how's it going? It is Wednesday afternoon and it is really nice out. It's actually pretty warm, a little breezy. On the list for tonight, I gotta move the cows. That's just gonna be around the corner. And then gotta feed these steers quick. And then I'm guessing we're gonna work on the baler a little bit. So better hurry up. There's gonna be a mutiny on my hands. So yeah, that turned out nice. There's some pretty decent grass on here. We'll gauge it tomorrow if I need to bring a bale out or not. This would probably actually be an area of the field. This half of the field tends to be nicer than this half, partly because we do have this little wet area right here. So possibly bringing a bale out into this chunk might not be the worst thing in the world, but I do want to make a note of share just in case. Hopefully she's not actually in heat and this was just kind of goofing around type of stuff, because they were all huddled up. He's like this dude right here. That's that mic drop out of an Allegiance bull calf. I can't wait to get him on feed. Same with that steer. I mean, there's definitely some really nice calves in here, and then there's some good calves, and then of course we got some not so good calves. See, now there's no interest around share or anything else. And I mean, I'm watching these things. He wasn't chasing anybody yesterday, so I don't know if they were just because they were all huddled up and stuff. There's nobody around share at all, so whatever. I have it jotted down. The preg check will let us know. Hey, happy Friday. All right, it is Friday afternoon. I did not record anything yesterday because, well, it rained all day yesterday. So like I had mentioned before, we were having an issue with a chain. Dad was able to get it on. That was this guy. That for some reason, it did not want to go on. So this needs to get tensioned. This one is already good to go. This one we never touched. That one is already fine. I don't think, yeah, that one we didn't touch either, and that one's underneath. So I need to tighten that one. And then coming back to the other side, I am 95% sure that one is already tight. Yeah, this one I might be able to get it a little bit more. We had taken a half link, or put a half link in here, but this is typically what this one looks like. So it might be able to get a little tighter. We'll see. After we run it a little bit, we'll check all the chains. All right, making a little bit of progress. Had a small minor emergency. Bethany was making some bread and said she heard something. Opened The last thing she looked at was the oven. She opened the oven, and well, the heating element was sparking. So a little bit frantic, but warranted, I guess. You know, you don't like sparks. So apparently we got to get a new heating element. But I told her, I said, I don't remember the last time that thing was changed. It's been a while. Now I am trying to actually put some tools away. Especially sockets. So I've gotten most of the stuff, whatever I can do today, I pretty much got done. I didn't get the booms off, but I will probably do that right away in the morning. Cows irritated me. I gave them, we had purchased some hay, it was like 8 bales or something like that, from some friends of ours up the road. They've got some sheep. They still had hay left over from last year, so they grabbed a few of the bales from their couple acres that they had baled for them. And they were like, hey, if you want the rest, you know, I'll sell them to you and it was a really, really reasonable price. So we're just like, so Dad went and picked those up. Well, they were 5x5s. So I'm like, you know what? 5x5s, net wrapped. I'm going to try one out. See what it's like. See what the hay's like. So that's what I had fed them. And it's just some okay grassy stuff. Kind of similar to what we have, just old, you know. But not really all that bad. So I was a little annoyed while I'm working on this. I can hear them a little bit. They're complaining, voicing their protest. But that's too bad. They got hay, and it was just fine. They should know that they're trying to help the pasture out for down the road. But what I was able to get done, I did tighten up that chain. That was done. I checked the other chains, and they are good. I got that this bracket I got on, and then you can see it over there, right at the tip of my finger. There's like a shiny bolt just in an L shape, and then right there. So Dad had put those on years ago, different ones. Those are actually new. He put those on there so that the twine has a guide as the arm comes across and guides, you know, lets out the twine. That's as far as we want it to go. Otherwise, it might skip off the bale, and then, I don't know if we had an issue where it wrapped around a roll or something. I don't know. But he had put those they're 1/4 bolts, long ones, just bent in an L, so it has a little bit of a guide. When we did the roller, we bent the living heck out of one of them, and then ended up bending the heck out of the other one. So I'm like, that's easy enough. Found some bolts we had that were long enough, made some new ones, no problem. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Some other things I gotta do tonight, so go take care of those. But it is the end of the week. It is Friday, so I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you have a good weekend coming up. Fun fact, tomorrow's actually my birthday. Hope you guys liked the video. Please hit that thumbs up button. If you got any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. And again, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thanks for coming along.